All right, we got to go. We have like 10 minutes.
Is it recording now? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Are we recording?
Are you guys ready?
Okay.
All right, stand by. We're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Start over.
Yep.
Looking spiffy.
Can we just plug in for one of your songs then? Because it's going to load on the internet.
I don't care, whatever we need to do. All right, let's do the countdown while it's rolling. How are we doing, everybody? Today, I'm going to be talking to you about my career path and my dream career that I aspire to be one day. My name is Mark Sanchioli. Yeah, let's get right into it. So I came from a very musical childhood. Music has always been in my blood, and my passion for creation led me here to Full Sail. A little bit more about myself: when I was little, I played guitar, I was singing, I was always listening to music. So like I said, eventually, after high school, I ended up here. As I continued my education and I learned more about myself, I found out that my passion lies in becoming a mixing engineer. Now, for some of you that don't know what a mixing engineer does, I have a little video to show you guys, and it's basically a video of Leslie Brathwaite. He's a Grammy award-winning mixing engineer working with artists such as Justin Bieber and Cardi B. And this is just a little video showing you what he does when he's mixing, and it's something that I would really love to be able to do one day.
Action.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break.
Hi, my name is Leslie Brathwaite. I'm here with Mix with the Masters in New York City at Platinum Sound, and I'm doing Inside the Track, and today we'll be walking through how I mixed Happy by Pharrell.
Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy.
That's without the EQ.
Because I'm happy.
I always take a very subtractive approach. I take away what I don't like first, as opposed to just adding. The only thing I'm adding is a little bit of top end. Again, I want to compensate for that balance of de-essing and making sure the top end has some nice highs and sheens, and top end is what makes you exciting.
Bring me down. Can't none.
This section is interesting because I remember having a quick conversation with Pharrell. He had called back and said, oh, by the way, where it breaks down and I'm saying, bring me down, da-da-da. You know what, bro, if you feel like that's too much, take it out. And I was like, no, I love that energy. That was important to capture the essence of the happiness, the joy. All of that was important to convey in this mix.
Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth.
The hip-hop approach is more presence, raw, in-your-face vocal, driving drums, driving track, making sure things are clear at the top, but hitting on the low end. That's my approach.
All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Like I said, that's something that I really want to do one day. And like I said, Leslie was working with EQs, compressors, and he was working alongside the artist to make sure that his wishes were fulfilled. So, getting more into mixing, I have here a couple of skills that I need to accomplish to be able to accomplish my dream career. So the first thing is deep understanding of signal flow, where the audio is going, where is it going into, where is it coming out of. The second thing is digital audio workstations. Those are basically what's used. Mixing engineers use them to process the audio, and it's all laid out right there on the computer. And if I know all the digital audio workstations, I'll be able to work with any artist. Another thing is use of time-based and dynamic processing. Those are what makes audio sound good. And if I know what to do with them and when to use them and when not, then all of my mixes will sound really good. The next thing is understanding the art of mixing itself and getting a deep understanding on why we need mixing in the music industry. Another thing is learning mastering. Mastering is what happens after the mix, and if I know the final product, I'll be able to get my mix exactly where it needs to be to get sent out to the world. Next, I also need to learn how to interact with clients. It's not just going to be me. Like you saw, Leslie was working right next to Pharrell Williams, and I'm going to be working right next to my client, so I need to learn how to be respectful and professional with them in order to give them the best quality. And the last two are experience in studios and fulfilling out my bachelor's degree here at Full Sail. All right, so I have a couple examples of people that are doing things that will, kind of relate to my story and will help me get to my goal if I kind of follow in their path. So the first person's Mark Hensley, and he worked on Cosmos and Sons of Anarchy as a re-recording mix engineer. And his main responsibility is to record and mix vocal dialogue for television. And the reason I'm sharing his story with you is that even though I started with a musical background, there are careers in the TV industry for aspiring mix engineers like me. And the next case study I have for you is a guy named Nick Moon. He actually graduated from Full Sail as well. And his job is to take an analog approach to digitally recorded records. And I relate to Nick because he started playing instruments and it led him to Full Sail. And he started off mixing in Chicago, and then after a few years, he was able to open up his own studio. And his story also relates to mine. Like I said, same childhood, started off mixing and then ended up mastering, and that's something I would be really happy if I was able to do. All right, so now I have 3 examples of careers that aren't exactly my dream career, but will help me go up the steps to be able to become one. So the first one is an assistant mix engineer, and basically what they do is they improve the workflow of the main mixing engineer. And working as an assistant mixing engineer would give me the opportunity to see the workflow of a mix engineer, and it'll get my foot in the door in studios, and I'll be sitting right next to the person who has the job that I want. So yeah, that's another really good career that would help me out along the way. The second one is post-production coordinator, and the role of a post-production coordinator is to book sessions for Foley, ADR, and sound mixing. And this career path will introduce me to the film and TV side of audio, and getting experience in every field is a good resume builder for my dream career as a mix engineer. And also being able to work around the people editing the audio for movies and TV will familiarize me with their workflows, and I'll be able to get my head in the game in that side of things. And then the last career is an audio lead for gaming, and their job is to basically compile and create background music and the sound effects for games. And as an audio lead, I would be recording and mixing sound into the game to create an immersive experience for the player. And this is also another one of those opportunities where I won't be doing music, that's where I started, but it'll get me in another field and give me a really good idea of every type of mix engineer's workflow. And these are just my closing thoughts. So I really want to focus on continuing my education here at Full Sail. I really want to become a well-rounded audio engineer, not only a mix engineer, just know every side of the spectrum. I really want to get some more hands-on mixing experience, and I want to take every offer that will lead me to my goals, even though it's not 100% related. All right, guys, that's about it. I want to thank you so much for coming to my talk, and I want to thank the crew for doing a really amazing job. And thank you guys so much. Have a great day.